Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and welcome to Monday morning's live color along. I am running a little bit behind, a couple of minutes. I don't know what happened. I think I was looking for a bottle of water and couldn't find it. Then I was looking for a pencil and couldn't find it. So I think I have everything that I need. So good morning, everyone. So let's first of all start out by saying good morning to everyone. Let's see who's here with us this morning. Good morning, Cheryl Waters. Mamie Hickstead joined us this morning along with Candace Warren. Hey, Judy. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Debbie. Bonnie Miller's joined us this morning. Hey, Alexandria. Good morning and happy Monday to you, too. Hey, Lynn Miller. Good morning, Melody, my friend. Is it snowing in your neck of the woods, you guys? Lynn Miller's joined us. I already said that, but hello to you again. Hey, good morning, Mary Hannah. How are you this morning? Hey, Carol. What's happening, my friend? Heather Berger's joined us this morning, so good morning to you. Good morning, Alice. Who else is here? Hey, Jason from across the pond. What's happening, my friend? So this morning we are coloring a page from Color Along Volume 10. And we're coloring a grayscale coloring page this morning. So I'm using my Black Widow colored pencils. I'm taking it back to the old way, or the old school way of the colored pencils when they're just in a cardboard box. And let's find today's page, shall we? Paisley and Scarlett say good morning to everyone. Of course, they're always quiet before we begin. Mamie got 3 inches of snow. Boy, it's really kind of snowy in a lot of parts of the country, isn't it? My dogs would love it if it was snowing. "12 inches. We're in Alexandria's neighborhood. You were in heaven. Did you go sledding? Did you build a snowman? Hey, build a snowman and send us pictures. Mary is saying no snow in Cheshire, Connecticut. Well, Mary, you and I are neighbors, so no snow here in Rhode Island either. So, but I was just reading this morning that we are going to get a big snowstorm this coming weekend. Did you see that, Mary? I think on Sunday, the first day of Coleman Camp. So, we're supposed to get a big storm. I was reading the description about it. It was kind of crazy. Hey, good morning, Holly. Good morning, Bridget. So, let's get started. This page can only be found in Color Along Volume 10. And this page can only be found in this book, but I also have a stack of other grayscale coloring books that I'm going to go flip through today. Hey, good morning, Abby. You did get snow in? Yeah, you guys can keep the snow. I'm with Alice. I don't really want it. I mean, it's pretty if it doesn't hit the side, hit the street or anywhere that I have to walk, right? Hey, good morning, Lisa. Paisley, what's the problem? No one's paying attention to you? Yeah, you guys can keep the snow. I mean, it's all well and good until you have to go somewhere, right? So that's when it gets a little funky. So I'm going to start off with my Black Widow colored pencils, and I have the original set of Black Widow pencils, so they don't have names on them. Exactly, Mary. At least we'll be inside, right? We're supposed to get hit this weekend. But do you even believe it? Do you think that sometimes there's like a lie about the snow? I'm a skeptic when it comes to weather. Let's get some better light on this. And I'm coloring my yellow rose, my rose yellow, my yellow rose, my rose yellow. I'm gonna get Holly. Oh, Holly, I thought you had a question. I'm gonna get Paisley something before I thought Holly had a question. Hang on, you guys. Paisley, come here. It's pretty to look at. I agree with you, Alice. Pretty to look at. A lot of snow over the weekend. More coming this weekend. Really. Yeah, it's pretty to look at, but I don't know. I'm battling a lingering cough, so I don't really think that I should be playing in the snow. So I'm just coloring this rose with this yellow color, and I'm going to color each petal individually, but I'm paying attention to the lights and the darks within the photograph. So we've got coloring camp coming up this weekend, January 20th. So exciting. I think we have about 34 people that are ready to go out to camp. And it's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. There'll be giveaways that are going to be happening. So it is going to be very, very exciting. A lot of people have signed up. The other thing that's happening is that we only have, after today, we only have 3 more color-alongs for volume 10, and then we move on to volume 11. And my volume 11 book is actually supposed to be delivered tomorrow. Excuse me. So I will be doing a flip through of that on Wednesday while we're during the live color along, providing it actually does get delivered. But what's changed about color along volume 11 and actually enhanced. Color along volume 11 is an enhanced color along book. And what will be happening with that is we begin on February 4th. We go until April 17th. It's $14.99 for that book. You get into a private Facebook group. And it's our typical Monday, Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Live color along, free to watch. But if you've got the book, you get to go in the private group. The other thing that's happening, which is the enhanced part about Color Along Volume 11, is that we are going to be learning about art history throughout that book. And we're going to be learning about different artists through history, like Mondrian and Andy Warhol and Van Gogh, and different types of art genres like Impressionism and Cubism and abstract art and fresco. So we're going to be going on with all of that. And we'll be learning about those different artists and how to apply those particular styles to a coloring page. So I think it's going to be very, very, I think it's going to be better. I think it's going to be bigger and better color-alongs because not only will you be learning coloring techniques, but we'll be learning how to apply different art styles and techniques and learn about different artists throughout history. And then I have taken a little bit of a break from my podcasts that if anyone's noticed that I've been missing from my podcasts. I didn't do them over the holidays, and then right after the holidays I got so sick with the flu that I really wasn't able to use my voice to the way potential that I wanted to do a podcast. So I'm very behind on my podcast. But what will happen is the podcasts will be have a little bit of an art history spin to them also. So I'm in the planning stages of my next podcast, and I'm going to take something along the lines. My idea is to have a piece of art from a particular artist. I'll post it on my website, and I'll talk about that piece of that painting or whatever that artwork is and in the podcast, and then you can listen to the podcast and also refer to my to the image that's on my website. So that is what's happening with podcasts. So a lot's happening. Alexandria is asking me a question about Homestead Rescue. If you ever watched that show, Homestead Rescue, I have watched it in the past, but I don't think I have that channel anymore, so I don't think I've been watching it. I've been watching just kind of like, I don't know, I've been watching like not very much TV lately. Been sticking with the same show. I just finished watching When Calls the Heart. Well, I have the last episode to finish. And now I'm looking for something else. I watched Friends from College yesterday. Did anyone see that one on Netflix? That wasn't that great. So there's my yellow. Then I'm going to use this other yellow, which is a little bit different. Give it a quick shopping. Hey, good morning, Chris. You can view, Holly's asking where are the podcasts at. You can listen to my podcasts directly from my website. Hey, I've got to get Paisley to stop doing this. Come over here, Paisley. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Stop it. Okay? Sit down. go to my website and AnneManera.com, and you can just click on, it says Art Spot Podcast. There's a link. And you can listen to the previous ones. I think there's 4 or 5. Did I do 4 or 5? I'm not really sure. I've lost count. And the podcasts are all about art, technology, how technology merges with art. There's one about virtual friendships. So give it a listen. I'm going to go over this one again. Got to get tissues ready for the last episode, Lynn is telling me, for When Calls the Heart. Well, I do know that, I do kind of know what's going to happen. I don't want to spoil it for the people maybe are watching it and don't know. Oh, I watch Greenleaf, Judy. Judy's watching Greenleaf on Netflix. I love it. I love Greenleaf. What a great show. I watched, I used to watch that when I had the OWN network on cable. And then when I got Netflix, I started watching it on Netflix. And I just recently watched the new season. That is a great show. We should have something as part of our, yeah, When Calls the Heart is on Netflix, Alice. We should watch, we should have something on our coloring, on the Just Color coloring group, like a file of TV shows to watch on Netflix. Because we're always talking about it, right? So what else is new in the coloring world? Anything else new and exciting for you guys? I'm going to put a little bit of another color in here. I think a tiny, tiny bit of kind of like this brown color. It could be a risk, right? Just kind of a little tiny bit where the darker sections are. Just to kind of darken it up a little bit. Because I don't want to really use black, because that will be way too harsh. So we don't want to use black. So we've got that section there. And then I'm not going to do too much else to it. That's it. I mean, it's very simple. And then as far as my background, I'm going to use some different shades of green. So let's see what we have in here for greens. I have these two. I have this kind of minty green color, but I don't really think that would do it too much justice. So I'm going to go with this darker green, which is more of a grass green. And then I'll add, what color is this? I guess that's brown. Yeah, that is. I'll add some brown first of all for those the branches. And I guess there's kind of like some sections here that probably are some more flowers. So let's pull my yellow back in a little bit and color this part right here. Where do you think I should put the orange, Alice? Are you just joking about orange? Everyone always teases me about orange. My friend Orange. I'm gonna get a fish and a goldfish and call him Orange. Wouldn't that be funny? Let's go with some green next. You started with the wrong yellow? Which one did you start with, Lynn? I'm going to go with some green, kind of same pressure throughout the whole thing, and then let's see what happens to it. But I'm not going to go on top of my yellow flowers. And just kind of see where we take this. Did you guys have a chance to check out the latest completed book by Lynn Miller? Lynn colored the entire book of Rural Beauty, so that was cool. I'd have to call the fish Goldie. I think if I had a goldfish, my dogs would be very, very interested in the goldfish. And they'd probably take them out and try to play with them. So I don't really think it would be a good idea. Where I put the brown. Oh, I was thinking of putting orange in that spot, Alice. But then I was afraid it was going to get too... I could try it right here, though. It's a good idea. Let's add a little bit of that. Boy, my friend Paisley over here is very, very chatty today. Paisley, you have a lot to say. Usually you're such a quiet little thing. What's the matter, Paisley? Mary is saying I did the rose on my own a couple of weeks ago and it came out way too dark. What color did you use for it? Hey, Dawn's here. Hey, Dawn Boyer. How are you, my friend? We've got a color along coming up in a couple of weeks. You guys, Paisley, you have to stop with this moaning and groaning, my friend. I don't know what the story is. Come on, you guys. Stop it. Okay? Here. So we've got another color along coming up in a couple of weeks with Dawn Boyer's book. I'm not sure. I don't forget what book it is. Maybe Dawn can tell me because I totally forget what book it is. And I can't keep up with Dawn sometimes because she comes out with way more books than me. And I'm waiting for the book to be delivered. And as soon as it's delivered, which I think it's supposed to be delivered sometime this week. That's the latest tracking. And as soon as that's delivered, I'll add it to the color along schedule. I always get nervous adding a color along to the schedule when I don't have the book. Because then I'm worried that the book is not here and I don't know. There could be all kinds of things that happen. Can't control the mail, right? Hey, Dawn. Hey, Donna. Yeah, Paisley does want to do a podcast. Paisley has her own podcast going on all the time, I think, Heather. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of brown back on there. Where did my brown go? Here it is. Just for these branches. Yeah, Lynn is saying, Mary, please share the photo later. Yeah, definitely. Please share that photo that you did. Mary says I was addicted to Prisma. Hey, if you're going to have an addiction, there's the addiction to have, right? Hey, good morning, Bob Folk. Where have you been? We haven't seen you in a very long time. All right, let's get a different green going on. I'm going to go with this kind of lighter green here. And I'm going to go with the lighter green in this section here. My pencils are very scratchy today. I don't know what the problem is. And this is a really, I mean, this page has really not much that needs to be done to it. This is a very simple page. And that's it. Complete. This is a completed page. I guess I'm addicted to Prisma, Judy is saying, because that's what I have the most of. I don't have very many Prismas. I only have a 12-pack of Prismas that I've used, really used a lot of. And they just really are not, they're not my favorite. They're grainy. Lynn is asking, do the box Black Widow pencils come with names now? They come in, no, you will not be subject to lots of criticism, Mary. You should share it. We do not criticize. We're a very fun-loving group. What was I saying now? Now I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, Prismas. I think they're very grainy. Black Widows. They do not have names. They do have names on them if they're in the new the new box, which is the tin. So, yes, there are. Barb, where have you been? We've missed you. I noticed that you weren't around, and then I saw I saw a post that you had made the other day about that you had been offline, and I was just wondering. Lisa is saying, I love Black Widow, but they do require a lot of shopping. Hey, Phyllis, I believe that. I agree with that. They do require a lot of shopping. We won't criticize you, Mary. See, Heather says the same thing. What I wanted to do this morning, since we're on Grayscale photographed, and what's going on with Mary Ann and her being in the hospital. Who's in the hospital? Mary Ann Manders is in the hospital? I don't know. Barbara's saying, I was sick, then my doctor told me to move to long-term care. My doctor said I am getting stronger and better. How are you in? Happy New Year to you too, Barb. So are you in long-term care now, or are you home? Chris wants, I don't know what you want to see, Chris. We're going to look through some Grayscale coloring books, and this is one of my favorites, Simple Beauty. So let's take a look at that. Going to get Scarlett to stop crying. Amanda Williams has joined us. Good morning, Amanda Williams. What is happening out here? Huh? Come here, Daisy. Come here. Hey, Sarah. All right, so let's flip through this. So Simple Beauty is all about these very simple things that I considered it was just Simple Beauty. That's why I titled it this. And the cover starts out with this bridge, which I've colored this live during a color along. So pretty. And this has 24 pages to color in this book, and they are all, this one looks stunning when it's completed. If you've seen this one completed, it looks amazing. So here's just kind of a landscape, and then one of my favorite things to color is a basket. I don't really know why, but it is, because I kind of like the basket part of it. Flip this light over a little bit. And we've colored this before during a live color along, coloring bread. I don't know what it is about coloring bread, but it's kind of fun. Here's another one we did during a live color along, just kind of coloring every rung of the basket. Oh, Chris wants to see Mary's picture. Barbara's saying, I am in long care now. It is me, new home. It's my new home, and it's been 2 weeks that I've been here. Time does fly, doesn't it? Well, I hope you're doing better, Barb. And I hope that that you recover quickly. You're driving to coloring group. Where are you driving to, Sarah? So here is another one. This is a cool one because it really kind of focuses on this lace and then these hard-boiled eggs inside the glass jars. So this is really kind of one that would really challenge you and then gets really some magnificent results. Here's one of a door. Here's that bridge again. Really very, very pretty to color that one. Another one, another landscape with some water. Milk cans. Remember milk cans from long ago? I mean, I'm not saying remember milk cans from long ago when you went up, that's where you kept your milk. But remember milk cans from long ago? Yeah, I remember when we used to keep the milk outside in the milk can. No, that's crazy. Really, at a library. Oh, very cool. You know, Lisa and Sarah. Sarah, you're in Georgia, right? And Lisa's in Georgia. Are you guys close to each other? I want to say you're in the same town. Why do I want to say that? I'm doing good, Barb. Battling the flu. I've had the flu right after Christmas, after New Year's, and I don't know. I have like the tail end of it, so hopefully it will be gone soon. I want to say that you guys are in the same town. Why do I think you're in the same town? I mean, I know people's addresses from when you place an order. Oh, all right. So, okay, good. Are you in the same town, Lisa and Sarah? So this has 24 pages to color. Let's flip through Animal Beauty, which Carol Blaze colored this whole book of Animal Beauty. And you can see the video on my website. If you go to my website now and you click on Colorist Gallery, then you can see the videos that people have created from coloring books that they've finished. I cannot believe how many coloring books our friend Lynn Miller has finished. Unbelievable. I tried finishing my own coloring book, Snowman Frenzy, and I just couldn't do it. I'm behind. Oh, it's Anna. Sorry, Sarah. Lisa, it's Sarah and Anna are in the same town. I knew there were two of you who were in the same town. Isn't that crazy? Mary and I had a milk machine in the apartment building. What do you mean a milk machine? What is that? That's right. Mary and Lynn have known each other since how long? What did you tell me? 1958 or something crazy? Well, you were kids growing up, right? Isn't that crazy? So, Holly had mentioned that Mary Ann is in the hospital. Is that true? Does anyone else know about this? About Mary Ann being in the hospital? Oh, we're talking about Melody's painting. Melody did a painting just recently, and she posted it with birds that she had done from a painting class that I had done. And it's just so beautiful. I love it. I can't stop thinking about it. Did a very, very, very nice job. What is in the milk machine? I don't know what this is. Is it a machine that already has the milk and then you take out the bottle, or does it fill up your quart bottles? (1958). Lynn and Mary have been friends since 1958. Unbelievable. What a small world, right? That's a long time. Didn't you see that one, John? Wasn't it great? That painting that she had done? I don't know if Melody... Is Melody still here? Heather says she must have just gone. She seemed okay on Friday. I'm going to have to take a look at it. Hope she's okay. So this is a basket with some flowers. What is wrong with her? Do we know? This one is Flowers Grayscale. This is the second Grayscale book I had ever done. Again, these baskets are really cool with these flowers. I love the eagle too, Abby, don't you? That's a fun book to color, Animal Beauty. That's a really fun book to color. This one has just a lot of different flowers. Quarts of milk, cardboard containers, 25 cents next to a cigarette machine. Of course, right? Remember cigarette machines? Judy, did you have any trouble downloading Rural Beauty? I saw that you purchased that last night. 60 years, Mary is saying. We know each other 30 years twice, but we can both still pass for 30. Of course, right? And again, some sunflowers. These look really pretty colored. So if you're looking forward to spring like I am, how many more days? 65 days till spring or something crazy? Forget this winter. I'm done with it. I'm over winter. Whoever posted it said she needs our prayers. I'm going to have to look. We'll have to take a look. Okay, this is Love Grayscale, and Melody has been coloring some pages from Love Grayscale. And this is all about just love-themed photographs, Grayscale photographs. All right, what else can I answer? Any questions I can answer for you about coloring camp? And, excuse me, about coloring camp and Color Along Volume 11. I've got to strengthen my voice this week. This is one of my favorite ones to color. The one with the wood. I don't know why, but it really looks really pretty when it's done. Just that simple heart with these logs. I sent you a second picture, didn't I, Melody? This one looks pretty too. This is similar to what we colored today, but it is not the same photograph. This one looks really pretty when it's colored. A lot of texture involved in that one. Here's another one, very, very simple, just a hand posting through the fence. Now, see, Barb agrees with me. I'm done with winter, too. It can go away now. Yeah, I'm done with it. It can go away now. I don't like it. Here's another one with just basic hearts. So, just some love-themed pages. Yeah, Heather's saying, I didn't know she had a twin till recently. We're talking about Marianne. Yeah, Fran Martini is Marianne's twin. And I didn't know that for the longest time. And Fran had been following my coloring books and been active in my coloring group for a while. And then Marianne joined, and then I found out they were twins. And I had no idea. Here's one that Melody just finished. It looks really, really pretty. You know what I like about it, Melody, is the muted colors. Are you on a muted color kick? You're not done with winter? Oh, Melody. Are you going to build a snowman this year and show us, I hope? Here's Rural Beauty that Lynn just finished coloring, and Judy just got this book. And this one has a lot of different things. It's either cabins, barns, or chickens. And if you live in Lynn Miller's world, chickens are blue. Isn't it crazy? Who saw Melody's bouquet of what looked like dried roses? Isn't it crazy? I found that book in my book pile yesterday. I will work on it soon. Which one? Love Grayscale? Here's some more chickens. Again, some more chickens. This always reminds me of this crazy story. How do you do the muted color? Judy is asking. I guess it just depends on the color you're using, right? What colored pencils did you use for that, Melody? I guess it just depends on the color scheme you're using. All right, we're going to wait for Melody's snowman. This was my favorite one that you did, Lynn. This one right here. I don't know why, but I just really liked how this one came out. I think that the muted color, like for instance, the color palette that you use. We need to do some color palettes, actually. If you take a look at one of my books, the color swatch books, the colorist swatch journals, there's a place for color palettes in that book. And we need to get going. We need to start doing some color palettes, creating our own color palettes. But if you create a color palette, for example, with maybe like a light blue and a light yellow, not necessarily a pastel palette, but more like of a grayish blue and more of like a golden yellow versus a lemon yellow. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Melody? What do you think? Melody says the roses were a challenge and she may do another in red. That would look awesome. I love the barns too, Judy. Especially like this one's going to look really nice when it's colored because it's going to have this kind of like golden greenish color at the bottom. And then you can contrast it with kind of like a darker green for the sky and for the trees. The sky's not green, the sky is blue. Here's another crazy chicken, funky chicken walking around. Lynn colored this window with a pink border, which I thought was really, really cool. And again, it just has 24 pages to color and it has 2 copies of every page. And then if you've got a guy that's coloring your stuff and you're like, hey, get your paws off my stuff, right? Big Boy Toys is all about construction equipment. And I think it's kind of fun to color no matter who you are. And here's just a bulldozer, right? Bulldozer. Here's demolition of this building. This looks really cool when it's colored. And you can color these construction equipment vehicles in yellow, or you can color them in pink. Who says they have to be yellow, right? Lynn did do a good job. Lynn has colored a lot of books in their entirety. So, unbelievable. Always amazes me. You know, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was talking about how, well, first of all, before I started coloring books, and I would sit here and draw or paint or, excuse me, or create something, it was just me seeing it. It wasn't anybody else seeing anything. And I thought to myself, it's so different now with coloring books because people are buying books, and they are not only, it's different than, when you buy a coloring book from an artist, it's different than when you buy a painting or some other type of art where you're just kind of like hanging on the wall. Instead, when you buy a coloring book from someone, you're actually coloring it and you're taking time out of your life, not even just your day, out of your life, and you're coloring it. So I always think about that when somebody colors even just one page, that they took time out of their life to sit and color something that I created. So that always amazes me, that people do that. So there's Big Boy Toys. Yeah, I think that Heather's husband, Dustin, just wants to be with the girls. It's okay. He doesn't want his boy stuff, right? Solitude Grayscale book from Secret Santa is the one Abby has. How are you liking that one, Abby? This is Autumn Beauty. I'll flip through this one as my last one, and then I need to go rest my voice. Let me tell you. This one is always a really nice book to color. Even though it's autumn, who cares? It doesn't have to be autumn to color autumn. And I have a lot of Grayscale books that I don't have with me or don't have copies of right now because during Secret Santa, many of those books were shipped to people. Because this year for Secret Santa, I shipped books that I had here in my office. And I signed them. So everyone would sign copies. He would like Nola Hensel's books with the classic cars. Those are really cool. This one looks really stunning when it's finished because of this black background. And the blacker it is in the background, I leave it. I don't touch it. I don't color it with anything. And this one's from the cover. So easy to color a pumpkin. What did I color? Did you? Oh, you didn't see what I colored? I colored a rose from Color Along Volume 10. Nola's coming out with some more books actually. I was talking to her yesterday, I think it was, and she's got some new books that she's coming out with. So look forward to that. All right, so this has 2 copies of every page. There's 24 pages to color in this book, and then there's of course 2 copies of every page. So that's why we're seeing some repeats. So Sarah is saying, "Hey, what did you color?" This one is what I colored today. I colored this rose, Sarah. And that's about it. So that's today's color along. Kind of short today. Nice and easy color along today. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back for another live color along. And we are coloring this page that is in Floral Wreaths. See if I can find it. And we're going to be using gel pens. This was a blast to color, wasn't it? See if I can find the page for Wednesday. All right, here's the page for Wednesday. And we'll be using gel pens. I'll probably be using Smooth gel pens because our friends from Smooth gel pens are, I don't know what's happening to my camera here. Our friends from Smooth gel pens will be doing a giveaway during coloring camp. So that's going to be exciting. So, so that's it. That's today's color along. So I will see everyone back on Wednesday for another live color along when we color this page with gel pens with using Smooth. And then we've got coloring camp coming up on Sunday, January 20th. And if you are still interested in signing up for coloring camp and you have not done so already, you still can. The ad says sign up by January 10th. However, as long as you can get that book in time. Abby's saying, "Anne, please feel better." I'm actually feeling a lot better, Abby. Thank you. I think I sound worse than I feel. It's this cough that just won't go away. And it's not really nice outside here today. It's kind of like damp. That's not helping. And Heather is saying, "I am ready for Color Along 11 after camp." Yeah, I'm supposed to have that book delivered tomorrow, so either I'll do a flip through tomorrow or I'll do a flip through on Wednesday during live Color Along. That's going to be really fun because it's going to really take Color Alongs to a new level and be able to actually learn something else besides just coloring, because everything that we're doing with coloring stems back to some sort of technique or artist or genre throughout art history. So I think it's time to take it to that level, don't you? I think it's time to learn something new. We are ready. We're ready to learn something new. So I feel comfortable doing it. I feel I'm excited about it. I have a strong background in art history, so I feel comfortable enough to walk you through talking about an artist and learning about different techniques. We don't want to do a critique or anything, but that's what's going to be happening. Any questions about camp? Lynn says this was a fun meeting. Isn't it great how it's always a meeting? The Color Along meeting. Holly's ready for camp. Okay, coloring friends. Have a great day today. And if you've got snow, stay warm. We're going to wait for Melody to build her snowman. And she can take a picture of it. That's going to be fun. And we'll see you all soon. Thanks for joining me today, everyone. Have a great day.